So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Even though I cannot see you off of my laptop, you can still hear me and you can still see the demonstration. I just won't be able to respond if you leave me any messages during the video. So tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the faux shadow box card, and I'll be doing at least 2 of these. I'll do one this week and then I'll do another one next week, because I want to show you the different ways that you can create the shadow box card. So tonight we're going to start off with the berry blessings. The berry blessings and the DSP that goes along with it is on page 14 of the celebration catalog, and you need to place an order for $100 before February the 28th in order to get this free. The other stamp set I'm going to use is the sweet strawberry stamp set, and this is a bundle that also comes with a punch, and that is on page 44 of the January to June mini catalog. So I have, excuse me, I have all of my stamps all mounted and everything ready to stamp. So you're going to need a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock in 8.5 by 4.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then we're just going to set that aside. So next we're going to need a piece of basic white cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Next we're going to use balmy blue cardstock that is 3.5 by 3.5 inches. And we're going to use the 2 1/4 inch circle punch and some Stampin' Seal and the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper. We need one that is 3.5 by 1 inch and another one that is 5.5 by 1/2 inch. And these are double-sided 12-inch sheets. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere the Designer Series paper onto the balmy blue cardstock. We're going to put that right down here at the bottom, like so. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to punch the circle. So you want to put the cardstock as far down as it will go, center it on the 2 sides, and punch it. Now my circle punch was a little dull before I got started here, so if that ever happens, you can use wax paper. That will help it cut better, and then also tin foil. If you just punch out the foil 2 or 3 times, that'll sharpen it as well. Also, these punches are not designed to punch through 2 pieces of cardstock, but for this Designer Series paper and for such a small amount that it is, it worked just fine. So we're going to set this aside because we're going to use it later. So now we're going to stamp some blueberries and some stems. Now if you saw my demonstration last week, you'll recognize some of this because I used this stamp set last week. So I'm going to, so the stamp that I'm going to use first is larger than what I need. So I want to I kind of want to stamp it over in this area, but it is so large that if I stamp it on the white cardstock, it's going to show up here at the top. So I'm going to use this as a mask. And then we'll stamp this with Granny Apple Green. And we'll stamp it again. About here. And if it isn't exactly inside the circle when we're finished, it's going to be fine. Basically, we're wanting the blueberries to be in the circle, and that leaf is too high. So I'm going to stamp this again at the top and bring that down just a little bit. That should take care of it. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to outline that, because this is the color part. And now we're going to outline it and give it some dimension using the garden green. And again, I'm going to mask this so that it doesn't show on the edge. And we're going to try to get this right over the top. And I'm sorry if you can see my head. It's hard to line this up. I like the clear stamps, they're photopolymer stamps, because you can see through them and you can line them up. But when I'm sitting away from them like this, it's a little more difficult. Okay. And now we'll outline this one. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my simple chamois and clean off those stamps. And we'll just set those aside. I won't need these again for this project. And I'll close this up. All right, so now we're going to stamp the berries. The little blueberries. And we're going to stamp them with the Pacific Point. And again over here. And I will use Night of Navy for the outline and the detail. There are a few different ways that you can make the faux shadow box cards, and this is the simplest way. The others are a little more involved, but they are beautiful. Okay. So we're finished with that. And we'll clean this off. Okay, so let's see here. That looks good. All right, so next we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this to create our shadow box. Okay, so now we're gonna just put this on here. Try to get it in the center. So there's an equal amount of cardstock all the way around it. It's a little off. I don't know if I can get it off to move it over. If you ever need to remove a piece of cardstock that has a dimensional on it, you want to twist it and not pull it up, because pulling it up will bend the cardstock. So you just want to twist it a little bit. All right, let's give that another try. There we go. All right, so for the next piece, I'm going to stamp the strawberry and the stem. So I will use Poppy Parade. I guess I am going to need the green again. So we'll use Poppy Parade for the color. And we will use the Mary Merlot for the detail. And I'm sorry if my head's in the way. There we go. I will clean these stamps off. It has been so cold here. It's gotten a little bit better. I think today it got up maybe around 20 degrees. So that is better, but it's far from what we usually have at this time of the year. All right, so I am going to use my Granny Apple Green again, and for the color for the stem, stamp. And then for the outline, I'm using Garden Green again. Okay, so that's that. And this bundle, as I said before, it comes with the stamp set, the sweet strawberry stamp set. And the bundle also comes with the punch. So these go together. And the sweet strawberry bundle coordinates with the designer series paper from the Berry Blessings. So it all works together. All right, so we're gonna turn this upside down. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? Hopefully I won't cut my... Hopefully I got them far enough apart so I don't have to stamp my stem again, but I do need to grab my scissors in order to get the strawberry all the way down to where it needs to be so that I can stamp it, or I'm sorry, cut it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stamp my... See, there's a flower punch right here. And so I'm going to have to restamp the leaves. So we'll go go ahead and do that. Here's the granny apple green. And the garden green. All right, now we'll give this a try. If you're ever trying to cut something out and you can't quite reach it, you can use a piece of washi tape or post-it note or something and attach it to the side of your cardstock so that you can hold on to it to bring it in and line it up. Need to cut just a little bit off here. So when you're trying to punch something out and when you're trying to line it up, you can slightly close your punch a little bit so that it holds it and it's not sliding all over the place, and then release it a little bit just to move it, get it exactly where you want it. And then once you get there, then go ahead and punch it out. All right, so there's that. All right, so now we're going to put this strawberry right on the front here. And I will use a dimensional to do that. But before I put it on there, I want to attach this piece. So I will grab my liquid glue. Actually, I think it might be better, excuse me, if I just use a mini glue dot to put that on. I'll put that right towards the edge. And then just place it here at the top and push it down and it'll stay. We'll take the backing off of the dimensional and set it here on the edge. Now we are going to use that 1/2 inch by 5.5 inch piece of designer series paper, and we're going to put it here across the center. So I use my stamp and seal. And when you use your grid paper, you can line up with the grids exactly where you want to put the paper, the designer series paper, so that it's straight across. So that's it. And then if it's a little too long, like this one is, then you can just cut it off, use off the back of it. All right, so now we're ready to put this down. And we'll center that. And then for the inside, we're going to stamp this. How about, that was so sweet of you. Use this block, perhaps this might be the right size. Yeah, Try to get it on there straight. Okay, so I'm going to use the navy blue, or the Night of Navy, I'm sorry, for the inside. And so we will put this on the inside. Okay, now let's add some embellishments. I've got the opal rounds and I have the blue adhesive backed gems. I think I'm going to use the blue adhesive backed gems. Take your pick tool and then we can lift these right off of here and place them where we want them. Chase it around. And one more. Okay, so that's the card. I thank you so much for being here, and if you have any questions, please leave me questions on the video and I will respond to those. If you don't have a demonstrator and you're interested in stamping, then please contact me. Also leave me a message and I'll respond. If you'd like a catalog, you don't have one, and if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to send you one complimentary. And so Sunday, I will do a Sunday sketch challenge like I always do, and those instructions will be posted on Saturday. And then on Monday, we do the Mystery Monday, and I will post the first clue on Sunday on my blog. My blog is tuckertopnotchdesigns.blogspot.com. And on Tuesday, I will do the Teresa's 2-minute tip Tuesday. So that's all that I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. The demonstration, if you place an order this month before the end of the, well, there's 10 more days, use my host code when you get ready to check out so that you can get benefits. You'll earn benefits from me. You'll earn free supplies, free product. You'll get a shopping spree. So this is my contact information, and please contact me at any time. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.